No mai, haere mai, and welcome to TSB Arena in Wellington as we get set for final round action in the Rapid League. The Wellington Saints, the home side, taking on the Southland Sharks. The Saints with a 12-7 record against the Sharks with a 6-13 record. I'm Brenton Van Nistelrooy. With me in commentary is Troy McLean. Very good afternoon to you, Troy. Very much looking forward to seeing these Rapid League squads in action for the final time this season.
Yeah, all these young guys getting out as we fist bump the referees. Yeah, looking forward to it. You know, the size of Southland is going to possibly be a problem, but yeah, I think the Saints are up for it. They'll play fast.
And we see the ladder there, the Saints sitting very comfortable in third place, which is where they will finish regardless of the result this afternoon. The Tuatara, congratulations to them for sewing up the Rapid League title for 2026, and the Tauranga Whai after their win over the Saints earlier in the week, getting second place ahead of the Saints, while the Southland Sharks sitting in the second half of the Rapid League standings, which we'll see very shortly. There we are in ninth place. They can improve slightly with an upset win this afternoon against the Saints, which is no doubt what Connor Cole and his Southland Sharks squad will be looking to do. Good crowds in attendance already for this one. Doors only just opened here at TSB Arena, but a number have already taken their seats, looking to see these Rapid League squads in action for the final time. As we see the starting five for the Sharks: Ramage, Webster, Burton Shaw, Snow and Wynyard for coach Connor Cole. While for the Wellington Saints and Chris Tupu, their starting five: Mania, Chunga, Robertson, Pilcher and Gold. Aubrey Chunga, welcome back after missing out last week. Turned 18 last week as well, Aubrey Chunga. Happy birthday to him. As we see the tail of the tape, scoring and defence both in the Saints' favour. A player spotlight, which is certainly one to watch. Hassan Mania against Quake Webster. Mania has missed just the one game for the Saints this season. He's 18th in the league in scoring, 9th in steals as well, 1st in assists, while Quake Webster has played more games for the Southland Sharks in Rapid League than anyone else. He's their leading scorer as well. Played all 19 this season, 8.3 points per game to go with 2.7 assists, which is second behind Mania. So very much looking forward to that battle between the two guards. As we see the officials, Marty Davison is the crew chief for this one. Regan Ashley and Amy Jo Clark are his assistants, as we're all set to go. Rapid League action from TSB Arena. Final round of season 2026. And it's the Sharks with the opening tip.
Sam Gold there assigned to Wynyard. It's going to be a great test for Sam, as he opens the gate and allows the layup.
Yeah, Totoko Wynyard definitely had the height advantage there to win the opening tip.
What a great season for Hassan Mania as he lines up a three. Lucky in and out.
Yeah, certainly improved that part of his game this season. Mania shot a number of threes for the Saints in Rapid League action.
He's also cracked 100 points this season, which is awesome for him.
Yeah, almost 9 points per game this season for Mania. As this time the Sharks unable to finish through Ramage.
Great verticality there by Arthur Pilcher, just staying straight up and down, but just jumping.
Looking for Wynyard underneath, but good hands in the passing lanes. Ooh. And Aubrey Chunga up and running. He was going to throw it down, but and there at time was Riley Snow to stop the poster.
I think he got a little bit confused on what he wanted to do. He took off and then decided to just finger roll it there, but the contact definitely helped that decision.
Yeah, I think he saw him in the corner of his eye last minute and he, no, you're not backing out.
That's right.
I can't throw this down.
Aubrey very capable of turning that wrist over and smashing it down, but that time there, picking up the foul.
Yeah, very impressive young athlete, that's for sure. His second year at this level, Aubrey Chunga. Just 18 years of age, just had his birthday last week.
Well, we've got a mismatch here with Arthur Pilcher, but Southland not looking to explore that mismatch.
Webster, the little floater, it's good.
Nice. Little running floater there.
Mania thinks about the three, then gives it up to Gold.
Southland in a 2-3 zone, just putting Wynyard in the middle to anchor that space, but Saints doing a good job there of
picking their way through it, and Chunga finishing this time.
You want to try and get the ball into the middle of the zone to try and collapse it, and the Saints do a good job there with a cut there by Aubrey Chunga.
Saints on the board. Burdenshaw, another jumper, gets it to drop. A good start from the Sharks.
Yeah.
Chunga for three. It's good, nothing but net. Welcome back, Aubrey Chunga.
Welcome back. Yeah, his value just keeps getting higher and higher as he plays through this season. Really looking forward to what's in store for him in his future.
Webster around a screen and runs into a bit of trouble. Off to Burdenshaw.
Good contest there by Arthur Pilcher. Just late contest, had enough jump there to get his hand in the face.
And good work on the box out as well.
Mercury Nono entering into the game.
Robertson takes a seat.
Exciting young player.
In the final year at school, 17-year-old. Deep three for Webster, nothing but net.
Wellington going under all of the actions with Webster, so if he makes a couple more, you may see an adjustment there.
Mania.
Again in the zone for Southland.
Chunga again attacking that zone. This time has to play it back out to Mania. Mania tried to scoop it up. I think he was going for the shot, but found its way to Gold, who finishes, and there's a chance for the and one. And Mania, with a wry smile, will take that assist.
That's right. I think his hands weren't big enough there to just control the ball, so he kind of lost it, threw it off the backboard. Happy it resulted in a good shot for the Saints.
To complete the three-point play from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Not good this time. Sharks with the rebound, but then good defense from Chunga, forcing Riley Snow out of bounds.
Riley thinking that he was pushed, but I'm not sure Aubrey would agree.
Pilcher going inside.
Great
good
pass.
finish. And the chance for the and one from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Great pass there by Hassan, just threading the needle through that gap there, with Arthur then going in for the and one finish.
Yeah, still had work to do, didn't he? It was a good find from Mania, but Pilcher stepped through a couple and finished.
Strong finish, finishing off with 2 feet. But they can't make a free throw right now.
No, they can't. 0 for 4 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe so far, and that's why this game is level.
A little bit of an Iverson action there from Southland. 2 high screeners for the guard coming across the top. Called Iverson. Called Iverson action because they used to run it for Allen Iverson at Philadelphia 76ers, which also have a new player that they've just signed, the 76ers.
Yes, certain someone who's more in our age range than the players that are on court at the moment. Yeah, incredible to see how the 76ers are with LeBron James added to their roster. Great pass from Mania to Pilcher, those two combining again, and Pilcher a good finish once more, and that will do it for the first quarter here. Good response to the Saints after the Sharks started strongly, but it is the visitors who have the 1-point lead. As we see a replay here, this pass from Mania, absolute bullet to Pilcher.
Southland need to do a better job of keeping their hands high in that zone, trying to take away those gaps and passing lanes. But yeah, Hassan Manil using his eyes to sell the lie, looking away from the pass there and threading the needle.
So Pilcher with a quick couple of baskets, has 4, as we see a chance to check out the To'ihi schedule, which is now out, all starting Friday, September the 25th. Defending champion FI taking on the Kahu. You can scan the QR code there to see the whole schedule, which of course will be live here again on Sky Sport in 2026. As we check in the scorers for the Sharks, Webster 7 points already in the first 4 minutes. Burtonshaw with 5, while for the Saints is Chunga with 5. Pilcher as the 4 I mentioned, and also the gold basket as well. But the Saints have left a few out there at the free throw line.
Especially in rapid, I don't think you can afford to leave points on the table. And they're called free throws for a reason. They're free.
Yeah, certainly doing a good job on the boards, the Sharks, 6-4 as we get set to start the second period.
Southland still sitting in the zone.
Good, Dane, good, Dane. Good.
Manier working his way through it, taking on Wynyard, but couldn't finish over the big man. Ooh. Wynyard setting a hard screen, which Gold ran into.
Yeah, Wynyard making his way up to the half-court line to see if he can loosen up the defenders. Saints doing a good job of putting pressure up the floor, so one way to loosen those defenders is to send what we call terror screens, and that tends to loosen up the defense pretty quickly once you get hit with them. And Wynyard does not look like a nice person to run into.
Certainly not. It takes after his brother and his old man, that's for sure. The Wynyards are all big boys.
Yes.
Strong characters. There's another 3 for Chunga. It's good. 2 for 2 from beyond the arc for Aubrey Chunga. He now has 8 points.
Oh, great defense.
Manier working on Burtonshaw, but Burtonshaw right in the contact and finishing. That's the Webster and Burtonshaw show for the Sharks. They have all their 17 points.
Up, Riley, up, Riley.
Almost anything I commentate on too, they're doing exactly the opposite. The commentator's curse there, I guess.
Pilcher. Manier. Chunga, quick 3. It's good. Well, they're giving him some space, daring him to shoot, and he's dropping them down, Aubrey Chunga. 11 points now.
Yeah, it's what you tend to give up against with a zone. You tend to give up threes.
Steal for Mercury Nonu. Oh, and then he loses the handle. Was thinking about the highlight reel play.
He got too excited. He was already thinking what he was going to do before he did it.
Yeah, unfortunate. Good hands for the steal, but then losing the handle. All tied up here, approaching the midway stage of the second period. Aubrey Chunga, full pressure on Ramage, but foul called on Chunga. It's his first.
A little bit handsy there, but I love the intention.
Yeah, certainly. As we see your chance to vote for the Sal's NBL Fans MVP, scan that QR code and let us know who you think is your MVP of Sal's NBL 2026. Sides exchanging turnovers the last couple of possessions. Another foul on the Saints, another on Manier. That's his second.
Also puts the Sharks into the bonus.
Quite Webster will step forward to the Chemist Warehouse stripe, shoot a couple of free throws. Successful with the first. Put the Sharks in front by 1. And the second is good too. 2 more points for Quake Webster. He has 12.
Yeah, good talk. Good to you, Jack. Good hand, Shaq.
Saints looking to... Nice.
Little runner from Robertson in the paint.
Yeah, Arena's got a great little floater there, so if the Saints can get him loose through the middle.
So there's been a lot of good offense in this game, I suppose, which you expect in a final round game where there's nothing on the line, really, other than pride, a bit of chance to express yourself offensively.
You also get to see the teeth of the habits that these teams have been building over the course of the season. So, and like we've seen, some of the things can be stress tested in the rapid game and possibly experimented on a little bit for the Sales NBL game. So
QR code on screen for the Chemist Warehouse Hoops in Schools program there as we're at the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Want to get hoops for your school? Thanks to Chemist Warehouse Hoops in Schools, you could do so now. Applications are now open for Northland, Auckland and Coromandel. Check out how to apply at Basketball New Zealand's website or scan that QR code.
Great verticality, that last possession defensively from Wynyard. Just staying up. Mercury unable to finish over the length.
And then the Sharks throw it away down the other end. As the mops are out, and towels to dry some of the perspiration off the court. Make sure we're all good to go.
You might see the 2 guards at the top here across the floor, or there you go. Just trying to create some confusion.
Robertson for 3 from the top of the arc. No good. Pilcher thought he had won the rebound, but eventually comes off a Saints' hand and out of bounds.
That's the other aspect of being in a zone. It tends to be a lot more difficult to get rebounds. So
Webster. Now Wynyard, Burtonshaw in the corner. It's good. 3 more for the Sharks.
Really good solution there from Southland against the hard show. Hit the short roll and then kick to the corner for the wide open 3.
Burtonshaw now has 10 points. Gold trying to respond from the opposite corner. Short, rebound Wynyard. Webster looking long, finding Snow, who's able to finish, but no, called for taking steps.
Not sure about that one. We'll take it though, but it seemed like he had that. Oh no, he was tap dancing.
Yeah. Couple too many. Good call by the officials there as Robertson again bringing the ball up the floor and off the Pilcher. Manier back to Robertson.
Yeah, Southland very happy to let Aruna Robertson take a 3.
This time he turned down the 3 and penetrated, looked for Gold. Foul was called on the Sharks. The Sharks making a quick substitution before the half here, bringing Jake Ramage back in for Riley Snow.
Snow's on 3 fouls.
Yeah.
So bit of foul protection from the coach.
Yeah, Connor Cole not wanting him to pick up another one. Robertson gets the 3 up just in time, and it drops. What a shot from Aruna Robertson. And I think he gets the chance to earn another from the free throw line.
Yeah, possible 4-point play. You've got to give him some landing space. At least that's my interpretation.
Yeah, Coach Cole not happy. He said he didn't touch him, but I think it was down low. It certainly wasn't up high. I think he did right. I think it was where he landed. That's where the officials have called it.
Aruna has a tendency to kick his legs forward, so this increases that space afforded for shooters to land, and unfortunately for Southland.
They're just trying to work out the clock here as well. They decided to put it 0-1.
Southland may be able to get to a BNZ time.
Yeah, I'll use that BNZ player timeout. They will. Make them chance for just a tip. Is there even chance for a catch and shoot?
There's a 0.2 seconds, I believe. This would have to be a tip.
Yeah, right. As we see the BNZ player timeout taken, and of course the ticket to the game is closed, but thanks to BNZ, more than 6,500 fans. Well, as that was looking for Wynyard breakdown. It didn't touch anyone, so I think...
That's right.
No, they've decided that's half-time. Just saying there that more than 6,500 fans from schools, sports and community groups have made it to Sal's NBL games throughout the 2026 regular season. Thanks to BNZ, which has been fantastic. It's half-time here at TSB Arena, and we've got a tied ball game after Aruna Robertson was able to convert that 4-point play, and then the Sharks couldn't quite convert in that inbounds play.
Good game.
Yeah, it certainly is. We see a lot of scoring, all for only 3 players for the Sharks. Webster and Burtonshaw with 12 and 10. And Chunga has 11 points for the Saints, while Robertson also has a quick 6 after that 4-point play, and Pilcher with 4 and gold 2. Snow, he's had foul trouble, so he sat out a bit, but he still picked up 4 rebounds, been very impressive inside, as has Totoko Wynyard, who has 2 rebounds, gold leading the way there for the Saints with a couple.
Southland leading overall the rebound battle 10-4. So
Mania 6 assists. That's impressive in a half. Yes. 8 minutes of court time. Wynyard with 3. The big man showing he can dish some as well. And Mania with a block. Don't know if I saw that one. And Mercury, Nonu and Sam Gold with a steal apiece for the Wellington Saints. That's the tail of the tape at the half.
Hassan and you're doing it all.
Yeah, 6 assists. That's very impressive. Thank you very much again to Chemist Warehouse, the official stats partner of the Sal's NBL.
Interesting to see how the Saints come out here against the zone, whether or not they're going to attack it any differently.
And whether the Sharks continue with the zone as well.
True. I think as long as Wynyard's in the game, that seems to be their preference. It does keep him centered. And obviously he's their rim protector, so keeps him underneath the hoop.
So the Sharks will have possession. Start this second half. Once we count down the final few seconds, the players are just staring at the shot clock.
They just want to get on with it.
So Webster with it.
So the Iverson action here. And then coming into the on-ball.
Cooper.
They get the switch.
Snow back out to Cooper for 3. Off the back of the iron. Snow worked hard for the rebound but couldn't get it. Chunga picks up the loose ball. Now Pilcher driving. Can't convert, but Gold's there to clean up. And the Saints have a rear lead.
Yeah, they're doing what the Saints do best, is run and gun.
Burtonshaw for 3 from the corner. It's the side of the backboard. And then fouls Mercury Nonu as Nonu looked to lead the fast break for the Saints.
It's also another way that the Saints can combat the zone, is just by getting into transition like they have done the last possession and pushing the ball so the zone can't set.
Mania. Chunga turns down the 3. Pilcher inside, outside to Nonu for 3 from the corner. Bounces around the rim and then drops.
Great inside-outside action. Arthur giving up a little midi for the kick-out 3.
Good work to play through the zone and coverage as well. It was good work from Cooper, penetrating and finishing. Chunga for three. Oh, he was lights out in the first half. Couldn't get that one to drop this time. In and out.
Yeah, that was in and out, halfway down. Great to see Aubrey looking to shoot those, though.
Webster banging bodies with Mania. Calls for the screen, gets it from Wynyard. Back inside to Wynyard, who's urged to attack the basketball as coaches, but decides to play back out to Webster. And then Webster with a turnover.
I think a little bit of frustration there with Wynyard about trying to take advantage of the mismatch that Wynyard had with Hassan. Just a bit more of a deeper bury, he could have got a better catch.
And Webster's getting away with a warning for throwing the ball away. And frustration from the officials. Pilcher. Lovely spin move on Wynyard and the finish. Arthur Pilcher.
Very nice. Very nice.
Putting Wynyard in the spin cycle. What a play that was. He now has 6 for the game, Arthur Pilcher.
Arthur just doing a defensively great job there, pushing that handoff high and wide.
Job, Cairo.
Arthur Pilcher having a fantastic game so far.
And it certainly is. Doing it all and picks up his first foul. As we're going to see a replay of that from Arthur Pilcher. Working on the bigger man. Lovely little spin. Getting to that right hand and laying it up and in.
Good, Cairo.
As Cairo Lee, one of the many Southlanders in this Rapid League roster. Still at Southland boys, rookie this level. Unsuccessful with the first from the free throw line as it goes deathly quiet here at TSB Arena. Gets a second to drop in.
Keeping it close here, Southland. So
Mania weighing up his options in, going inside to Pilcher. This time Pilcher, I think, was getting a bit ahead of himself, thinking if he could do the same thing. And this time he loses the handle. Quake Webster over half court. Now Burton Shaw for three. In and out. Mania. Chunga all alone in the corner for three. He says, thank you very much. He now has 14, Aubrey Chunga.
Yeah, no hesitation, catch and shoot. I mean, that's just an extra element to Aubrey Chunga's game that they've continued to work on. A further unlock for him.
Riley Snow couldn't get that one to drop. Now Mania looking outside to Chunga. Chunga does well to keep it in play. Now Nonu was looking to throw it down over Wynyard. Unable to finish, but Chunga in place for another basket. He is 16 now.
Wynyard lucky that he took that extra step forward. Just enough there to negate Mercury Nonu.
Another good young athlete in this Saints Rapid League roster. Mercury Nonu. There's another opportunity here to vote for your MVP of the Sal's NBL 2026. Who do you think it is? Scan that QR code and get voting.
Good.
Webster inside and finishing. He is just automatic from there. He now has 14. As Alana Robertson down the other end quickly is fouled in the act of shooting. A chance to earn them from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Good quick move from Robertson.
Southland's defense not set, able to take advantage.
As a reminder, if you want to get hoops for your school, thanks to Chemist Warehouse Hoops and Schools, you could do so now. Applications are open for Northland, Auckland and Coromandel. Check out how to apply at Basketball New Zealand's website or scan the QR code on screen. Big thank you to Chemist Warehouse. Great program in the final region now, in the final week of the Rapid League season, of course.
Nice move.
Nice move, baseline and the finish. Applauded by Coach Cole.
Yeah, if Southland and Tautoko can find more of those opportunities.
Mania for three. Short. It's the front.
Net.
Yeah, net. Comes up short, and that will do us for the third quarter. So impressive one for the Saints. It was all tied up at 23 apiece at the half, so 14-7. They outscored the Sharks in that third quarter. And Aubrey Chunga, 16 points he now has. Alana Robertson with 8 and Arthur Pilcher with 6. While for the Sharks continues to be Webster and Burtonshaw. They have 14 and 10 each. Otherwise just in single digits for Cooper, Wynyard and Lee. But that was a good basket though from Tautoko Wynyard. Working baseline late in that third quarter.
Yeah.
And you see Sam Timmins there lending his expertise, which is great to see. Captain, of course, of the Southland Sharks side in the NBL. We'll see later this afternoon. Just having a bit of a guiding hand.
I was going to say that last move by Wynyard does remind me of Sam's quick spin. So obviously the student learning off the teacher.
Yeah, what a great guy to learn off as well. Having Sam Timmins in your side, of course. First in the league in rebounding, top 20 in scoring as well. Sam Timmins, 37 blocks as well this season. Does it all. Captain of the Southland Sharks, who of course top of the league in the Sal's NBL as we're underway in the fourth and final period.
The Saints will be continuing to look to attack in transition.
Mania for three. It's good. He joins the party, Hassan Mania. His first basket, surprisingly,
yes,
for the Saints' leading scorer. A number of assists. Hassan Mania.
Oh, great defense.
And now
there.
he has a big steal. Great defense. Can he go to the basket and finish? No, he can't, but he draws the foul on Quake Webster. And he'll get an opportunity to earn them the hard way from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. And we see a replay of that steal. Attacking Quake Webster. Bit of a wayward shot, but he'd already drawn the contact.
Yeah, that's what Hassan is known for, his ability to get up the floor and defend, and he has exceptional hands.
Successful with the first, not the second. Wynyard with the rebound. And bringing it up court before he hands it off to Webster.
Let's see if they can get it back inside to Tautoko. There he is.
Now Lee to Wynyard. Wynyard double teamed, unable to pass out of it. Fortunate to get the ball back, can't finish. And then a little tip rebound from Nonu to Mania, who throws it up for Gold. Wow. And good tip from Sam Gold. Another assist for Mania. Well, he must be approaching double digits. We'll see in the final box score. It's a circus shot from Quake Webster, almost drops. But he draws the foul, so get the opportunity to go the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Yeah, head down.
Again, just like Mania down the other end, had already drawn the contact. So I was just trying to get that and one.
Jack, let's go.
Successful with the first, Quake Webster. He now is 15. Just one behind Aubrey Chunga for game high in this one. Tick under 3 minutes remaining. So we see the Tauihi schedule, 2026. All getting underway Friday, September 25th. You can scan that QR code to check out the schedule for yourself. Opening game, the defending champion Phi hosting the Kahu. Mania inside for Robertson, back out to Mania. Now Gold for three. He can't get one to rattle in. Tip rebound from Wynyard, goes to Pilcher. And another big finish from Arthur Pilcher.
Arthur Pilcher there with the slippery eel, just getting it around and underneath the shoulder of Wynyard for a shot.
And the corner for Lee. Yeah, came up short and wide. Saints with the board.
Southland just happy to sit in the zone.
Robertson, Mania. Robertson. Now Nonu with a little floater, too heavy. Sharks back with it. Less than 2 minutes remaining. This final round Rapid League contest here at TSB Arena. As Quake Webster is fouled again. There'll be a third on Hassan Munir.
Hassan giving a foul up there to make, so that the Saints and Coach Chris Tipu can make the sub for Aubrey.
Yeah, Aubrey Chunga back in. Alana Robertson taking a seat. Oh, good hand there from Pilcher. And then Chunga with it. Tried to finish, but was fouled before you get to the basket.
Aubrey just got a steal with his nose there, I believe. Just a little chuckle to him and Arthur. What a future this young man has.
Short with the free throw that time. He's left a few out there at the Chemist Warehouse stripe. There's Aubrey Chunga. Otherwise you could be going to 20 now. Said he's on 17. Oh. Pilcher and Chunga putting the pressure on Quake Webster as he brought the ball over half court. Eventually Pilcher, I think, is the player called for the foul on Webster. And they're in the bonus, so Webster will shoot free throws. And to add to his total as well. He now has 16 and a chance to draw level with Chunga for the game high. All-time leading scorer for the Sharks in Rapid League and appearance maker Quake Webster. As Quake Webster knocks down his 2 free throws and then takes a seat.
Wanting to stay on. Coming off.
Munir throwing it up to Gold. Gold able to bring it in. Nice little spin move. Can't finish though. Rebound Snow. Snow bringing the ball over half court under pressure from Pilcher. Gives it up to Ramage. Looking for Burton Shaw. Good denial from Chunga, but Burton Shaw gets it eventually. Gets Chunga in the air and then throws it up. It's short. Rebound Gold. Munir now over half court for the Saints. In the corner for Nonu. Lovely little handoff. Bounce pass to Gold. As Nonu penetrated.
Yeah, got through hands there with the Saints, and just rotations a little too slow for Southland.
Have a chance of bringing up the 50 here, the Saints. Doesn't happen too often in Rapid League. 16 minutes of basketball, score 50 points, pretty impressive.
Still looking to play fast, still looking to get up the floor defensively and put that pressure on.
Chunga for 3. Whoa. That would have been it, but off the iron and away. Now the Sharks quickly down the other end. Good defense to deny Lee the simple layup.
Yeah, you had Hassan under there going for the swipe, and then Aubrey Chunga on the top there.
There wasn't a foul either, so out of bounds play for the Sharks. Lee steps out for 3. Off the iron, the rebound though, finding the way to Snow, who is fouled. And that's Pilcher. That's his third, so he joins Munir with 3 fouls, and it will be a trip to the free throw line for Riley Snow. Successful with the first from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, Riley Snow. He's now the 6th Sharks player to score. All 6 of the Saints players have scored this afternoon.
Nice spread of scoring too.
Yeah, everyone has at least 2 baskets if Nonu's able to convert here. Oh, it's Aubrey Chunga able to convert from the corner. Another 3 for him, and he has 20 points, Aubrey Chunga. And the Saints have 50. 51-34 they now lead. 7.3 seconds remaining in this one. Impressive second half showing from the Saints. Sharks very much started the contest well. Led early. Was all locked up at 23 points apiece after a late 4-point play from the Saints in that second quarter. As you see, the BNZ player time out. Big thanks to BNZ through their ticket to the big game. Communities across Aotearoa have had the opportunity to experience the excitement of the Sal's NBL live and in person. More than 6,500 fans from school, sport and community groups have made it to Sal's NBL games in 2026. All thanks to BNZ's ticket to the big game. Webster for 3. Thought he had the foul, just had to throw it up there. Did Quake Webster off the mark this time. And was there a BNZ player timeout called just before?
I believe so.
The clock expired. Way of the Saints. So I want to try and come up with one final play here in their 2026 campaign. It's been a good one as well from the Wellington Saints. They were first, second or third for the large part. They fell to third after falling to the 5 on Thursday night. But great record. This will be their 13th win from 20 games. Just trying to come up with one last exclamation mark on their season as they can just try and work out how many seconds should be on the game and shot clock.
I mean, you can see the actuality of the group the Saints have in the third and fourth quarter when they start making shots and getting out running. Oh, here we go.
I think they told the players it's 0.3, I think. Oh, I don't know if Pilcher got the shot off in time. It was a good effort from Arthur Pilcher for 3, but that will do us here from TSB Arena in Wellington for Rapid League in 2026. The Saints, big winners by 17 points, 51-34. Very impressive second half, 28-11. They outscored the Sharks in the second half. And a lot of it was done by Aubrey Chunga, who had 20 points, as we see here. Quake Webster, very good in defeat, as always, for the Sharks. He had 17. Burton Shaw with 10. Golden, Pilcher and Robertson, all 8 for the Sharks, for the Saints, excuse me, as well, to go with Aubrey Chunga's 20. Very good all-round scoring performance from them. Gold with 6 rebounds. Riley Snow with a big 9 boards in this contest. That was a big outing from him. Wynyard with 3, and Pilcher, Mania and Nonu also with 3 for the hometown Saints.
Yeah, they were able to equalize that rebounding in the end, 18-18.
Mania, 8 assists.
Wow.
He had 6 of the half. Wasn't quite able to get their double digits, but that's a great performance in Rapid League action. 8 assists in 16 minutes of game time. Pilcher with 3, Wynyard with also 3. Mania also had a couple of blocks, so adding to the one he had at half time. Pilcher with 1 as well for the Wellington Saints. And steals, Gold, Pilcher, Mania, Nonu all with a steal. And Wynyard also 1 for the Southland Sharks. So that is the tail of the tape here as the Wellington Saints have run out 51-34 winners in Rapid League action. We'll be back at the top of the hour for final round action in the Sal's NBL. It's a grand final rematch. The Mills Albert Wellington Saints taking on the SBS Bank Southland Sharks.
Let's get them ready, thanks, man. Let's see you, Wellington. Thanks, family. Welcome back to TSB Arena for the last home game of the regular season. I need you all to make some noise and welcome our team back to McFadden Court. They're the reigning, defending, never seen 13-time NZNBL champions.
and welcome to TSB Arena in Wellington for a NZNBL Grand Final rematch. The defending champion Wellington Saints taking on the top of the table Southland Sharks. I'm Brenton Van Nistelrooy. With me in commentary this afternoon. It's a very warm welcome to Troy McLean. Very much looking forward to this one, Troy.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Last year's final rematch, Southland had the up on the last game that they played, so expect some fireworks.
Yeah, certainly they did. 104-90 in Invercargill in round 7 back in May. But who do you think will win tonight? Go to yourshout.vote or scan the QR code on screen. Are you going to go with the Saints or the Sharks? And the Sharks' favour at the moment, top of the ladder. A very impressive side. Just the 3 defeats so far for Jonathan Yim's team in 2026. Only 1 on their travels as well. 8-1 away, and they're taking on the Saints, who are 8-1 here on their home floor at TSB Arena. As we see where these two sides are placed, and the Southland Sharks can wrap up top of the ladder if they win this afternoon. Lose, and they open it up to both the Tuatara and the Rams to jump above them. So they could actually drop to 3rd. That's how close the ladder is. The Saints have a slim chance of getting up the ladder. 4th place is a possibility, but unlikely, as that ladder actually hasn't been updated from when the Saints won their last game. So they are on 14 wins as well. So they can jump up to 3rd, but their differential against both the Rams and the Tuatara would need quite a big boost. As we see the bottom half of the ladder as well. Another big game to come later tonight, as well as we'll see our upcoming fixtures very shortly. All to play for in this finals countdown of the NZNBL. Giants Phi is a big game. If the Phi win, they're in. If they lose, that means the Jets claim the 6th and final playoff spot. The Tuatara and the Rams will be keeping a keen eye on this one. They'll no doubt be hoping the Saints can get up. Then they can both jump into the top 2 if they take care of the Airs and the Bulls. And then it's the first eliminator coming up on Wednesday. The second eliminator will be on Thursday as we enter finals hoops in the NZNBL. Very much looking forward to that one. As we see Carlin Davis in there, he's been doing it all for the Wellington Saints in his first season down in the capital. I know a player you've been mightily impressed by, Troy.
Yeah, he's a triple threat all the time. You know, rebounds, assists, scoring. The orchestrator is what I call him. Very much runs the show for the Saints when they're needing buckets or needing assists. But both teams, I think, are looking for some consistency leading into the top 4. You know, Southland, just looking at their size overall, it's going to be a problem matchup-wise for the Saints. But I think if Southland can deal with their pace, yeah, this will be a great game.
Jones, Asprey, Inga, Boone and Timmins, the starting 5 for the SBS Bank Southland Sharks. A very well-balanced 5 that get the job done. Each player averaging at least 14 points per game. But their leading scorer is Caleb Asprey, averaging 20.7 a game. And I caught up with him a short time ago. All right, Caleb. Well, firstly, welcome to Wellington. How driven are you and the team to close out this regular season and secure a top spot?
Very driven. You know, it's either pretty much 1st or 3rd for us. So it's a big day for both teams, really.
And also a bit of payback on the mind from, you know, this time last year?
Yeah, that was the first thing we watched on film this morning. It was the last 3 minutes of the game last year. So, you know, that's something on our mind.
They're a bit of a different team, but that's still a driving factor on their floor.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's the same team to us, you know. So, and you know, we brought back 10 players, so that game from last year still sits on everybody's head. Even it sits on everybody's head. So, yeah, that's the one we want.
And just finally, Elijah Pepe had a big game against you guys, but you guys got the win, which is the most important thing. How do you stop him being a big factor?
You know, trying to limit his shots, you know. Of course he's going to get his shots regardless, but, you know, trying to limit his shots and not allowing him to get, you know, backdoor layups. He had 12 points on backdoor layups, so, stuff like that. You know, he's going to get his regardless, you know. So just limiting how he gets his is you know, our thing.
Thoughts there of Caleb Asprey. leading scorer for the Southland Sharks. And interesting there that they watched tape of the grand final this morning in preparation for this one. Very much at the front of mind for this Southland Shark side this afternoon as we see the starting 5 for the hometown Mills Albert Wellington Saints. Pepper, Davison, Ingram, Harris and Alea, which has been their starting 5 in the absence of Isaiah Liafa, of course. He's still out with a foot injury. No Braden Yulee as well. Achilles, should mention as well for the Southland Sharks. No Max Darling, Will Ledger or Johnny Hilu as well. As we see, have a chance, had a chance earlier to catch up with Elijah Pepper, the leading scorer in the Sal's NBL. All right, Elijah, how much is the May game against the Sharks on your mind heading into this one?
You know, I mean, it's a big deal, obviously, not just for placement, but to have a good rhythm going into playoffs and finals. So, want to be ready for it and have a good rhythm going into finals.
You had a big game against them last time, 44 odd, but didn't get the W, which is the main thing. How much do you need to change or do anything different going into this fixture?
I think for us, just defensively being a lot better, especially in the first half. We gave, I don't know what it was, but I think 14 threes in the first half, something crazy. So just being a lot better, running off the three-point line, try and play with a little more pace and intensity and be ready for that.
And how much do you feel this could be a finals preview later on in a couple of weeks' time?
I don't want to jinx it, but like it could. You never know. Depends on how today goes. If we win, I don't think we play him until finals. But if we lose, we'll see him in the first round, I believe. So or second round. So we'll see.
All the best tonight.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Cheers, Thank you, man. Elijah Pepper there. Full focus as he gets ready for this one. 28.7 points per game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He's top in the league with steals as well as Elijah Pepper. As we see a chance to check out the head-to-head scoring, the Saints' favour. Defence, not surprisingly, in the Sharks' favour when they got Sam Timmins anchoring the paint. You see their last 5. They've won all of their last 5. Well, the Saints have had that one loss. And we see the big matchup. Akesh Alea, see what he can do up against Sam Timmins. As I mentioned before, Timmins averaging 19 points per game. Top in the league with rebounds at 11. Also has 37 blocks this season. While Alea, 16 points per game, 7 rebounds. Also shooting the ball very well from beyond the arc, 42%. And 61% from the field. As you see the officials, the crew chief this afternoon is Callum Welsh. And the 2 assistants are Marty Davison and Regan Ashley. As we're all in readiness for this one. Troy, your final thoughts. What do you think will decide this contest between 2 very high-quality teams?
Well, I think the matchup between Alea and Timmins is a small microcosm of what the broader strategy might be for both teams. Saints always wanting to play at a high pace, where Southland want to slow it down, making sure that they get good inside touches. Timmins has a decent amount of time with the ball, so yeah, it's going to be a good one. Pace versus size.
And the crowd are in readiness too. Very much looking forward to this contest. A grand final rematch. The Sharks at the top of the ladder and playing for top spot as well this afternoon. The Saints trying to deny them. And potentially the Sharks, unbelievably, are so congested at the top of the ladder, could actually slip to 3rd, depending on the outcome of tomorrow's games between the Tuatara and the Rams, who are no doubt watching this one very closely too. Final handshakes between the players and the officials. And we're set for the opening tip. Timmins against Alea. Sharks in their grey, the Saints in their blue. It's Alea who wins the opening tip. Saints with first use of the basketball.
They're going with that zone that you saw in the Rapid League game.
Davison for 3. Is good. Showing his range, Carlin Davison. Asbury. Jones. Timmins. Good help from Ingram. Cut out the passing lane there for Timmins, trying to find Asprey.
It's a signal from for the Southland Sharks. They're looking to two-man coverage on Sam on catches. We'll see if that continues.
Asprey. Cross court to Inga. He was chased off the three-point line and then didn't get his shot away. Tried the pass to Timmins, so shot clock violation on Southland.
Yeah, Inga didn't realise what the shot clock was right there, so thought he had time to get that to Timmins.
Davison surveying his options, finding Pepper. Pepper goes up for the jumper. Had a touch from Jones as he elevated. So couldn't convert, but we'll get to go the Chemist Warehouse stripe early in this one. And shoot a couple of free throws. 83% from the line is Elijah Pepper.
Already seen a couple of early tells from both teams. Southland starting off with the zone, and then next position down, mixing it up with their man-to-man coverage. Saints choosing not to double Sam. Timmins may play out later on in the game.
Pepper successful with both from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Early 5-point advantage for the Saints here. And this time it's Boone bringing the ball over half court. Finding his fellow countryman and Asprey, who has his first three-point attempt. It's short off the front of the iron, and the Saints get running.
Great box out. Great box out there by Carlin Davison on Sam Timmins. Just gave him enough space for the...
And it was a good pin down, I think, as well by Allaire, but Pepper couldn't find him. Wayward pass. So missed opportunity there for the Saints in transition. Jones. Asprey. Working on Davison, then finding Inga in the corner, the top three-point shooter. He tried to tip it off to Timmins, who was then fouled. And Timmins will shoot two from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. As again, Inga's chased off the three-point line.
I'm going to call that a pass.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure. We saw one in the Rapid League game earlier, which definitely was a shot, but that one, I think, maybe 50-50 whether he was passing to Timmins or going with a little floater.
Either way, it worked out for him.
As Timmins successful with his first from the free throw line. And tall black, of course. 9th year in the league. Sam Timmins, absolute rock inside for the Southland Sharks side. Wow. Harris able to get all the way through and finish up and over or around Timmins.
Great recognition there from the entire Saints team.
Harris.
Getting Hiram downhill.
Harris, of course, who was so big in the NZNBL Grand Final last year. The MVP of the decider. And no doubt the Sharks have nightmares from that day. And this time Harris throws it away. Asprey quickly down the other end. Boone in the corner, working on Davison. Puts up the three, it doesn't drop. Now Jones turns down the three. Good D from Ingram. Quickly out there. Jones now gets an opportunity from beyond the arc and finishes. Nothing but net for the American guard.
The Saints not wanting to give up second possessions. This Southland team's very...
Harris for three, left wide open. Can't convert. Can't punish the Sharks.
That may be something else to watch for as well. Just allowing Hiram to shoot the ball.
Jones for three. Back-to-back threes from Ryland Jones. Sharks take the lead after a good start from the Saints. Allaire looking to find Ingram. Ingram does well to keep the handle. Outside to Davison, who's short with the three this time. Active hands from Pepper with the steal. To Harris, back to Pepper. Outside to Allaire for three. Doesn't drop.
We talk a lot about Pepper's scoring ability, but
Inga open for three. Can't make it. 3 straight threes for the Sharks. Wide open Inga that time. Ingram now down the other end.
This is the pace the Saints want to play at.
His doesn't drop. Jones back down with it, and the Sharks wanting to slow it down.
Yeah, settle was what you heard from the coach there. So
wanting to get into their half-court set. Boone for three is short. Gets his own rebound and throws it down. Official calling a delayed game, I think, on Boone.
Yeah.
Just before the timeout.
May have hung on the rim a little bit too long or tried to touch the ball as it was going through the net, but
the Sharks still having conversations there with the official. And that's the way they saw it. As the first timeout is called, the Sharks with a 3-point advantage.
No fouls called so far.
As the Tauihi schedule is out for 2026. All starts Friday, September 25th, with defending champion Phi taking on the Kahu. Yeah, I think we've got an issue with the scoreboard here because there's no scores up or fouls. And there has been a couple of fouls called. They're very much looking forward to Tauihi in 2026 as well. Go to Basketball New Zealand's website or scan that QR code when it comes up on screen later on during the game to check it all out. Coming to you from September. There it is. Thank you, Director Sam.
Saints are going to have to continue to gang rebound. Last two possessions, they've given up second possessions, which have led to scores for the Southland Sharks. So continuing with this unit to rebound the basketball.
Back underway after that timeout. Harris hands it off to Davison. Davison directing traffic. Tried to find Pepper, but couldn't sell Timmins with his eyes, and Timmins with the easy interception.
Great
now,
fun.
Jones for three is good. He now has three. Rylan Jones.
Tukaha Cooper with a great pass there. A little earlier in the shot clock, so he decided to give it up, which led to the kick out there.
Ingram. Hunt banging bodies with Asbury. Tried to kick it out to Pepper. Another turnover. Back-to-back turnovers for the Saints. And the Sharks showing how good they are defensively as well, making things difficult for the Saints, especially in the half court. Asbury going inside to Timmins, who's working on the smaller Harris, but Harris is strong, does a good job. Tried to find Ingram with a quick outlet pass, but Jones got his hand in the passing lane, knocked it out of bounds. Saints will keep possession, but Harris was lucky there after doing a good job defensively.
Yeah, they would want to make sure that they are aware of this, making sure that Sam Timmins doesn't get deep catches like that last possession.
Pepper with the mid-range is no good. Rebound Sharks. Jones quickly brings it all over half court. Asprey now with it. Penetrating outside to Inga. Now Jones has Davison's hand in his face, decides to shoot anyway. This one was a bit short. Tip rebound from Harris to Hunt.
Again, a great box out from Hiram.
Now Pepper working inside, draws the foul, and will have to earn them from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. But we could hear the coach, Jonathan Yim, saying, stop the transition. They know that's how dangerous the Saints are. They want to get up and running. Quick rebounds, quickly down the other end. And Pepper thrives in that. As we're at the Chemist Warehouse stripe, a reminder, if you want to get hoops for your school, thanks to Chemist Warehouse Hoops and Schools, you could do so now. Applications are now open for Northland, Auckland and Coromandel. Check out how to apply at Basketball New Zealand's website or scan the QR code on screen now. Big thank you to Chemist Warehouse. Great program getting hoops in your school.
Aubrey Chunga checking into the game.
Yeah, if you just joined us, had a great outing earlier this afternoon. Aubrey Chunga, 20 points in Rapid League action. He was out last week. He celebrated his 18th birthday last week as well.
Yeah, he was at the NBA Academy doing his thing.
Yeah, from what we saw earlier today, certainly looked to have benefited from that experience. As a off-the-ball foul called on Harris. Move and screen, I think.
Yeah.
Harris isn't happy about it. Kesha Lear is adding his point of view as well. And got open because of it, Pepper, and finished, but the basket didn't count.
He's been called for a few of those. You want to be aggressive with them, though, so don't expect Hiram to change those.
Asprey. Outside to Boone. Boone knocks down the three. Well, they shot a lot of three-pointers against the Saints in their round 7 meeting in May. And they've got quite a few already in this contest as well.
Yeah, they started that game
on fire.
7 for 8, I believe. Yeah, Aubrey has been given the assignment on Asprey, so.
Asprey gets free and bounce past to Timmins, banging bodies with Hunt out to Asprey. No look past cross court, and Cooper for three rattles it in. To Kaha Cooper, another three for the Sharks.
Yeah, Southland just making really good inside-outside reads. Shooters ready to shoot.
Early on, it was all Ryland Jones, 3 threes from the point guard. But now Boone and Cooper getting in on the act as well.
Seattle!
Hunt working inside. Good finish, Jordan Hunt. There's a tough matchup against Timmins. Good footwork, get free.
Jordan's definitely got the versatility.
Boone for another three. That one rims off. Hunt back to Davison. Thinks about the three, then gives it off to Hunt. Now Chunga, who shot a few threes earlier this afternoon in the Rapid League. Aaliyah and loses the handle on the pass down low from Davison. Another turnover against the Saints.
Southland very happy to let Carlin shoot, so affording the defense to sort of back off a little bit and play passing lanes, so those entry passes become a lot more difficult.
Now we know how good a passer he is as well. First in the Saints and assists with 7 in a game, which is good enough for 4th in the league as well, Carlin Davison. In fact, just behind Ryland Jones, who's got 7.1 assists per game, the point guard. There's Davison with the ball handling responsibilities, bringing the ball up half court. Back with it after giving it to Chunga momentarily. Now Hunt for three. Off the iron, rebound Boone. He's comfortable bringing the ball up the floor. Working on Hunt. And his shot blocked from behind, but gets it back and finishes. Sharks wanted the and one. Nothing given. Aaliyah, now Chunga for three in the corner. It's good. Aubrey Chunga.
Aubrey recovering from an elbow in that last possession, was able to knock down the three, set his feet.
And now Ingram, great steal, but Boone does well to recover. Throwing himself on the floor is Hunt, and Davison slams it home.
Great effort from the Saints. Jordan, Ingram getting on the floor.
Great desperation as we see a replay here, Troy. Ingram firstly, desperation from Boone to get a hand back, then Hunt's throwing himself on it. Then flicking it forward to Davison, and Davison says thank you very much and throws it down.
I'll take the double pump, two-hand. Pretty easy dunk for Carlin there.
Yeah, great sequence from the Saints, good desperation from both sides. Been a brief delay as they've cleaned all the sweat off the floor, and we're back underway. Asprey bringing the ball over half court and attacking the hoop and throwing it down the other end.
Yeah, great guess to break. Hesitated just enough.
And now a steal from Boone, breaking up that pass from Davison, meant for Aaliyah. Cross-court pass to Inga, working on Harris. Now as Aaliyah gets one back down the other end, getting down the passing lane. Chunga, good patience from the young man. Now Harris, working on the smaller Asprey. Throwing it up there after drawing contact.
Yeah, trying to lift the ball up and on his gather and taking it through Asbury.
See a replay of this. Caleb Asprey dunk going pretty much from coast to coast. Asprey hanging up there for a while. Didn't want to land on one of the Saints players.
We saw Leah Akichi over there to help under the basket, so he hesitated. Leah goes back out to find his man, creates the lane for the dunk.
Harris at the Chemist Warehouse stripe and unsuccessful with the first. And the second, rebound Boone. He'll bring the ball up court. Inga now with it, and Boone's going to get called with the push off on Harris.
Very similar call there.
As Harris was trying to work through the screen. Sam Gold checks in for the first time for the Saints as Davison earns a rest. Pepper. Gold. Again inside to Harris. He was fouled under the basket. As Quake Webster has checked in too for the Sharks.
That'll put them on the line. It'll put Hiram on the line so he can get and see the target and convert these two.
Yeah, chance to make him in. See Aubrey Chunga just icing his head, as you saw, took an elbow to the face. But great composure from the young man moments afterwards to shoot it a corner three.
Didn't matter.
Harris this time knocks down his first free throw from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. And the second is good too. 3-point game.
Saints in a 2-2-1 here. Just trying to slow the ball down and build back.
Jones on Aaliyah, got the mismatch, going around Aaliyah, but good work from Aaliyah to stay with him. Outside to Inga for three. Hasn't got it going yet from beyond the arc. There's Braden Inga. That doesn't drop. A chance here for the Saints to tie the game going into the quarter-time break. Ingram for three, and does just that. 3-ball for Ingram, and we're tied at 23 apiece at quarter-time. That will do us for the first 10 minutes here at TSB Arena. A tightly fought contest, just as we expected, as that Ingram three goes down. And at quarter-time here at TSB Arena is 23 points apiece.
This time, Kobe, this time. Keep going, there we go. Kobe gets his first one. Levi gets his second. Now they got the rhythm. Here we go, coach. There we go. He's got his point. Levi getting confident from the free throw. Keep it going. Keep cheering them on, Wellington. Almost there, Levi. Now the play. Kobe, nice work. 2 to go. 15 seconds. You got this. Levi getting confident. Getting further and back. Last one for you, Kobe. And Levi. Give it up for both of them, ladies and gentlemen. Kobe, Levi.
Welcome back to TSB Arena in Wellington. It's quarter time here at this grand final rematch between the Mills Albert Wellington Saints and the SBS Bank Southland Sharks, and we're tied at 23 points apiece. Is the Sal's pizza deal this week, $35 for a large Nonna pizza. The online code Sal's Basketball 26, or scan the QR code. It is valid until next Friday. Get into your local Sal's and take advantage of that great offer as we're back underway. Second quarter here.
Saints having 7 turnovers in that first quarter. We'd like to minimise that for this second.
As this time it's the Sharks who throw it away, and Alia with a rim-rattling dunk.
Great high hands too on the show. Got a tip on the ball, led to that dunk.
Turn down the corner three, goes the three from the top of the arc from Jones, doesn't drop. Saints back running. Pepper thought about the deep three, turned it down, inside to Harris, and the easy layup. Great start from the second quarter for the Saints. 2 back-to-back baskets. Jones looking to find the return ball for Timmins, but well blocked that passing lane to the Saints. And a foul called as Davison back into the game for Gold.
I think that was a little messy kick from Hiram there.
Timmins trying to baseline on Alia. Good work to Alia, but even better work offensively from Timmins. Just so strong under the basket.
Saints deciding on the single coverage there, so Timmins is going to win that battle most times.
Yeah, and using the basket as well to protect from the block. Ingram, nice. Great patience to get around Timmins. Asprey brings the ball up the floor for the Sharks. Jones surveying his options. Burton short to Asprey in the corner. Cross court looking for Inga. Pepper's there quickly to shut down that three-point opportunity. Now Inga goes and gets it to drop.
Tough with the spin. And a single leg fadeaway, Dirk Nowitzki-like.
Yeah, tough shot. Got it to drop, though, Braden Inga. Now the Saints in their half court. Alia for three, left open.
Yeah. After exploring the first option, they gave him that shot, so he took that.
Yeah, best three-point shooter in the Saints side.
40 plus?
43% from three.
Great defense there by Elijah Pepper, getting his chest in front, absorbing the contact.
Asprey called for the offensive foul. He can't believe it. Harris can't get the scoop finish to drop off the glass. Jones Now Davison working on Jones, fade away, doesn't drop, rebound, Inga.
This pace definitely suits the Saints. You can hear Coach Ian saying, settle, settle. Don't think he liked that last shot from Jones.
Quickly down the other end is Pepper. Pull up three. Wow, air ball. Someone left the door open somewhere. Real heat check there from Elijah Pepper.
Yeah, one of those shots that are like, yes, I'm wide open. A little bit too open for Pepper, maybe.
Boone back into the game for the Sharks. Working on Elijah Pepper, makes his way around him. And the finish as well. Over Hunt. Strong move there from Keelan Boone. Pepper.
Nice job.
Down the other end. Good response from Elijah Pepper.
Elijah elite at the reject on the pick and roll. He goes away from the screen.
Timmins with a little floater. Can't get it to drop. Pepper working on Inga. Spin move to get free of him. Then kick out to Ingram. Rims out. Boone again running this side. Inside to Timmins. Heard the mismatch with Pepper. Good feed from Boone. And Timmins is fouled immediately on the catch.
Yeah, great job from Sam running the floor. Getting that early seal underneath the basket. And that's all Elijah could do was foul.
So Timmins to shoot a couple from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Hey, nice dunk.
Successful with both Timmins from the line. It's a three-point ball game now. Davison working on the smaller Webster and kicks it out though to Ingram. Now with a Lear on Boone. Gives it to Hans. And then takes some steps. Travel called. As the Sharks call a timeout. Almost midway through this third period. You see a replay there of Hunt taking steps. You got the pass from inside. Still a few scoreboard issues here. So unable to tell you who is leading scoring, but going to vote for your MVP of the season for the Sal's NBL 2026. This is your chance to do so. Scan the QR code on screen and let us know who you think has been the most valuable player of 2026. A number of these players on show tonight, no doubt, are contenders when you got the Southland Sharks, the ladder leaders, just the 3 defeats this season, and the Saints, the reigning champs, just a couple of defeats behind them. Very much entrenched in the top 4 as they have been all season.
It's always interesting too, these types of games, whether or not teams show their full package of sets, whether they're going to pull back on certain things in order to save them for the playoff run.
I think you have to use everything if you're the Sharks, don't you? Top spot up for grabs. If you lose, you've got a good chance of dropping to third. You want that benefit of going straight to the semi-finals, getting a week in between games as well. And of course on your home floor.
Yeah.
Which is probably the big benefit. Stadium Southland, a very difficult place for road teams to come. There's Asprey with a 3 for the Sharks.
That's a tough shot. Good contest there from Jordan Hunt, but not good enough.
Aliyah working inside, then the fadeaway is good. Good response by Akish Aliyah down the other end.
He just waits for his moments to present themselves. Takes advantage.
Asprey. Now Boone. Step back three. It's good. Back-to-back threes for the Sharks. Great execution after their timeout for Southland.
I was going to say that both times.
Davison with the response for it. Three of his own rattles in. Just keeping the Sharks at bay. Now Inga for three. Can't make it 3 straight threes for the visiting Sharks. Pepper bringing the ball up the floor. Loses the handle. Hunt collects the loose ball. Now Davison inside. Back outside to Hunt. Turns down the three. Now the mid-range J from Ingram is short. Rebound Timmins.
Those are the shots that Southland are looking to allow. Mid-range pull-ups, particularly from Ingram.
Timmins working on Hunt. Banging bodies down low.
Too big.
Strong move from Timmins, and he gestured towards his bench. He loved that one. Big strong move from the big man. Davison down the other end. Another three. Shooting over the smaller Webster.
Love Carlin Davidson's confidence in walking into a shot.
But wayward with that shot, Asprey, as he looked to draw the contact. Now Ingram down the other end. Lovely touch pass to Aliyah, who throws it down the dunk. Chance for a couple of substitutions for the Saints, and also one for the Sharks as Quake Webster checks out and Ryland Jones back in for Southland. Islander Davidson and Hiram Harris back on the floor for the Saints. First minutes for Robertson. It's a nice move from Asprey. Couldn't finish, but Timmins right there to put it back through the basket.
Just took it out of Aduna's hands. It's a strong man.
Aliyah working on Inga. Inga, big strong body, good defense from him. Aliyah can't finish. Active hands over the Saints. They turn it back over. Aliyah with the mid-range this time. Nothing but net. Another two for Aliyah. He's racking up the baskets this quarter. Has 11 for the period. Didn't score in the first quarter.
Yeah, you were discussing this pre-game, Brent, about Aliyah, and he's come out and shown what he can do when given the opportunity.
Yeah, just thinking with how well he shoots the ball from beyond the arc and just from the floor. Maybe could become more of an option for the Saints. And he's certainly been a main option in this quarter. Wow, lovely work. Athleticism from Asprey at the rim to finish as well. Spectacular.
Great up and under.
Tied ball game, just like we were to start this period. Aliyah for three. Making me sound very intelligent. Thank you, Akish.
Yes.
We'll stop the game here, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and again, we talked about this. It's more the defensive end for Akish.
And that's where Timmins is having his way. Good pin down and found as well. Good pass inside. And Timmins just too strong. Now the chance to go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to make it a three-point play and draw the Sharks back level. And Jordan Hunt really the only other option to guard Timmins and Aliyah. They've seen both of them in the game at the same time and may do that, see that later on.
Southland doing a really good job of just rolling him right to the middle of the hoop. So it's real difficult if you are going to go with a two-man coverage, double team him on the catch. It's difficult to do.
Timmins has 11 for the period as well. Robertson gets it to drop. Lovely floater. Thought he drew the contact as well. steal. Davison up the floor. Pepper all alone. He was looking at Davison for a moment saying, do you want it back? Do you want to throw it down? Davison said, Pepper, you can finish this one. 4-point game now. Timeout called by the Sharks. Not liking that little period.
Coach Yin, very animated in the timeout here.
Yeah, wanting his Sharks to finish the half well. The turnover there and cheap basket given away. Not something any coach likes.
It's hard to do against a Saints team that really just wants to put pressure and push the ball. You think you have the pass, it's open, that's what they want you to think. You try to make the pass or penetrating move, and they're very, very good with quick hands on collapsing on their offense and then leading into turnovers. This comes at a trade-off. They can turn the ball over at times, but if the Saints are consistently shooting and making their threes, they're a very, very difficult team to contain.
So the Sharks, after that timeout, back in possession. Asprey. Robertson for close company. Managed to get rid of her momentarily. Now finds Timmins. Asked Asprey if he wants it back. Now Timmins going to work on Aaliyah. Further from the basket this time. Good work from Aaliyah. Shot clock expiring. Came off a Saints player, so remaining in Sharks' hands, but just 1.9 seconds on the shot clock. So good defense that time. Got a bit of help as well.
Yeah, Sam kept the ball there a little bit too long.
Inger's going to have to put it straight up. Block from Harris. Now Davison's running. Ooh, lovely behind the backs pass to Harris. Basket's waved away. Foul was called before the pass, say the officials.
I think Carlin went down there with a little bit of a tweak.
Yeah, certainly copped it as he penetrated here.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, fouled his ankle.
Hopefully it's not too bad. He looks like he's okay.
Yeah, they can't afford to lose him, of course. Very much the heartbeat of this Saints side. Of course, outstanding New Zealand forward in the league last year and member of the All-Star 5, of course, with the Taranaki years. His first season now with the Wellington Saints.
Yeah, such a great pickup for Wellington.
So 20 on the shot clock as it's been worked out. Next to us on the score bench. The Saints in possession. Aaliyah working inside. Lovely finger roll. Beautiful finish. Wasn't bad defense at all on him.
Another slippery heel.
Now Asprey. Only a couple of seconds in the shot clock and the game clock. The shot clock's now in single digits. Jones penetrating outside to Boone. I don't think he had time there. No. Great work by Robertson to get in there. He was patient, waited for him to come back down, Robertson, but shot clock violation, didn't get it off in time.
Saints doing a really good job of sending the head trap with, I don't know, Robertson and getting Asprey off the ball.
Just working if it is a shot clock violation or not here. Sharks think it's their ball. A lot of discussions going on. Is it timeout's now been called? Maybe they can sort it out as to whose ball it is out of this timeout. 1.4 seconds remaining in this first half. Seemed a lot of confusion, but the Sharks were pretty adamant it was their ball. Saints likewise. Basically, the story is whether it was a shot clock violation or not, wasn't it? It was a shot clock violation. It's clearly the
Saints ball. If you got the shot off in time at the rim, then it's the Sharks ball.
Yeah, Sharks really taking their time with this timeout. Coach Ian really want to make sure that they get a good position here.
Six-point game, 1.4 seconds on the clock. See whose ball it is. The way that the Saints are arguing, I think it's Sharks' ball.
Yes.
Yeah, the Saints is getting it explained to them by one of the officials in front of us.
You've been a bit of a prophet with Keisha Lear's game so far, Brenton.
Yeah, 16 points in the quarter.
Yeah.
Huge quarter from Keisha Lear. Was held scoreless in the first 10 minutes, but has gone off in this period.
Really enjoy his temperament, as we discussed before. Pre-game, always got a smile on his face. Here we go. They're going to Sam.
Yeah, trying to get that tip if they can, or quick catch and shoot, but this time goes cross court, and Hiram Harris says thank you very much and quickly calls the BNZ player timeout. Big thank you to BNZ as well for helping bring more fans closer to the game and creating memorable experiences for thousands of people this season. 6,500 fans, in fact, have benefited from BNZ's ticket to the big game promotion and have seen Sal's NBL action. Maybe 1 second will be put on the game clock. Say the officials. 1 second for the Saints to come up with something special and try and add to their 6-point advantage. Troy McLean will then make his way courtside, maybe to catch up with Keisha Lear. Probably a good call. Lear, can he add an exclamation point? No, he can't. Try to quickly get the catch and shoot up, but 16 points will do it for him in that second period. And Troy McLean's going to quickly make his way to try and catch up with Keisha Lear before he makes his way off the floor. 16 points for him in that period. 6-point advantage to the Saints. 55 plays 49. As Troy McLean is making his way to Keisha Lear. Big quarter from the big man for the Saints. As Troy McLean has our man Keisha Lear.
A great second quarter. Started off with no points the first quarter, and then the second ended up with 16. What did you see out there?
Nothing different. Just trying to take it as a pause. Just trying to see the game, let it come to me, see my teammates, just play within the system. I just happen to be the one scoring.
And with the single coverage on Timmins, how's that going for you?
He's a big fella, man, you know? We're doing our job, though, I reckon. He has 11, too many, but yeah, we'll make adjustments.
Good luck with the second half, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Keisha Lear, 16 points for the quarters to lead all scorers as the Wellington Saints have a 6-point advantage at the half. It's the hometown Saints 55 leading the Southland Sharks 49.
Keep it going, 20 seconds. Well, they're getting closer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Kane, you guys do it. Kane, you go to the free throw. You got 3 attempts. You get all 3, you get 3 nights stay at Ibis. You missed, maybe 1. You got 3 attempts. Here we go, Kane. That's 1. Attempt to 2. Last attempt, Kate. Here we go. Kate gets a nice stay at Ibis. Give it up for our competitors, ladies and gentlemen. And give it up for our game day partner, Ibis. Now let's welcome back to the court, the Angels. Featuring Magilla Gorilla.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Break it down.
Half-time here at TSB Arena in the NZNBL Grand Final rematch from 2025. Mills Albert Wellington Saints are leading the SBS Bank Southland Sharks by 6. 55 plays 49. A good second quarter there for the Saints to break a 23-all deadlock at quarter time. 32 to 26 in that second period. And Troy, it was very much, as we spoke about pre-game, the matchup between Timmins and Aaliyah, as we'll run through the stats now, but they're the two leading scorers.
Yes, like I said, you're a prophet.
But Timmins as well, obviously a key player for the Sharks. Boone's had 12, Davison with 11, Jones with 9, Pepper with 8. So again, as you expect from the Sharks, they share the scoring load, and it's always a different player almost every single game. This time it's Timmins so far. Aaliyah 16 points, all coming in that second quarter, mind you, as Troy mentioned at the halftime interview. No points in the first period from Aaliyah, but he's had 7 shots in that second quarter drop. Rebounding Boone is leading the way. Timmins, of course, up there, 6 and 5 respectively for those two. Harris has 4, Davison with 3, Ingram with 3, along with Jones as well. Assists, Davison and Pepper with 4 apiece, Asprey with 4, Timmins as well with 3, showing his passing ability, the big man, and Harris and Inga a couple each as well. Both sides very good getting teammates involved. Harris and Ingram with a block apiece for the Saints. And steals, Aaliyah been very active in that as well. 3 steals for Akesh Aaliyah. Boone leading the way in that category for the Sharks with a couple, and then 1 each for Harris, Davis and Ingram for the Saints, and Timmins and Jones for the Sharks. But that's the tail of the tape here at halftime. We'll be taking a quick break and then be back with all the second half action from TSB Arena. Welcome back to TSB Arena in Wellington as we get ready for second half action in this Sal's NBL Grand Final rematch between the Mills Albert Wellington Saints and the SBS Bank Southland Sharks. The Saints there, as you see on screen, with a 6-point half-time advantage. Troy McLean, you've had a bit of a chance to look at the box score. Anything that's really stood out for you?
Just the turnovers, making sure that the Saints, if they can make sure that they limit their turnovers. They only had 2 that quarter, starting off with a quite high turnover rate. If they can be conservative with the ball but maintain the pace, I think that will suit them. And then interested to see if they go with a 2-man coverage on Sam Timmins as opposed to a single coverage. If he catches the ball, do they send a double? Where does that double come from? And then if Sam Timmins can then pick them apart, which he's done. Three assists for Sam is sort of attributed to that. But yeah, I mean, it's 0-0. We'll see how it goes.
Let's have your shout vote on screen as well. A lot of people still thinking the Sharks are going to win this one. And you scan that QR code if you think the Saints can win it. If you think differently, you're welcome to vote. Please do as well and join in here on this one. It's been a great contest so far. We've got another good 20 minutes of basketball, plus more. Who knows? Between these two sides, of course, a reminder, Sharks are playing for top spot. A win and they secure top spot going into the finals. A loss and they could drop as low as 3rd. Opens the door for both the Tuatara and the Rams to jump above them, such as the close fought nature. The Saints can get to 3rd, but they will need sides to lose tomorrow, Rams being one of them.
Both teams seem real connected, very much prepared to come out in the second half and do the thing.
Yeah, we'll see what adjustments are made at the half from both coaches. Both Aaron Young for the Saints and Jonathan Yim for the Sharks. Of course, they went head-to-head last season in the grand final, these two. Ingram. Pepper. Loses the handle for a moment, but gets the ball back. And inside, big block from Inga to deny Pepper. Davison with the shot clock expiring quickly to Ingram, has to catch and shoot. Gets the shot up, doesn't drop. Saints thought they had a tip rebound, but off the foot of Davison to stop the quick break of the Sharks.
Hiram Harris just unfortunate there not to get his second pour on the ball.
All happening in the first 30 seconds or so of the second half. It looks like the scoreboard is back operating as well, which is good to see, so we can see which players are in foul trouble, etc.
Great block.
Yeah, Aliyah with the block on Timmins, but Timmins got it back and was able to finish with a layup. But fortuitous to keep the possession after the Aliyah block.
Sam Timmins, big smile on his face.
Ingram, Pepper, now Aliyah, Davison, a spin to try and get free of Inga, and doesn't finish, but Harris there to finish. Just explosiveness from Davison to get rid of his defender.
Yeah, he's got that great ability to turn corners tight and explosively gets into the rim, getting a good look.
Timmins on the smaller Harris. Harris does a good job, but then it's going to be called for the foul. Trying to block the shot of Timmins. Shows a lot of strength, doesn't he, Harris? Gives up a few kilos on Timmins.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough one. I wouldn't consider Sam Timmins a shooter, so maybe Hiram's trying to put pressure on him, but and maybe Sam's gotten a lot better of eating up space, which he does a good job of there. And look, he missed the first one, so
it worked.
What do I know?
Yeah, just trying to keep him away from the basket, I think. Harris there. So Timmins unsuccessful with the first. Knocks down the second from the free throw line. Bit of a tangle mid-court off the ball, but play waved on. Bit of delay play before the inbound. Asprey. Oh, Pepper with the steal. He's top in the league for this. Ooh. But the recovery from Asprey, denial, but it's called goaltending.
Both Carlin and Akic were trailing behind, looking for the off the backboard, possibly pass.
I'd love to see the replay of this, which we have right on cue. Just hit the backboard first.
Just hit the backboard. Let's see if we'll be able to see there. If
spin move from Timmins. Help defense comes from Harris. Gets him in the air. He's going to be called for the foul. Harris can't believe it. That's his third, so he's going to have to check out of the game here. Early foul trouble in this second half for the Saints skipper. No other Saints player has more than one foul, while Asprey, Webster and Cooper all have a couple each for the Sharks. There's Timmins back at the line. Chemist Warehouse striper knocks down his first free throw.
Jordan Hunt coming in for Hiram. Different type of player, so let's see if Southland can make that adjustment.
And we'll see if Hunt plays on Timmins as well, which is probably what's going to happen. And then Lear will move to the 4. Lear banging bodies with Timmins. That was a big contact between two big bodies, and Timmins winning out. Now Boone for 3 from the corner, knocking it down.
Yeah, Sam Timmins just a little bit too heavy for Akic.
Davison for 3. That spot on the floor, he loves it.
Yeah, Southland definitely strategically just going underneath from Carlin, allowing him to just shoot, to be able to shoot the ball, and Carlin doing the work that he's done on his ability to shoot now makes them pay.
I feel like all of his threes have come from that spot as well. Obviously both ends of the floor. He was 3 of 4 in the first half from beyond the arc, and as you say, usually you let him shoot. He's not a renowned three-point shooter, but he's having a night from beyond the arc this evening, and it's really the difference between the two sides at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, he's taking the shots that he's been given, and he's knocking them down. So Southland may have to make the adjustment. I don't suspect that that will be the case.
Pepper working on Asprey, gets past him, bounce pass meant for Gold, well read though by Jones, and they go down the other, and Inga is blocked by Davison.
He just makes it look so easy.
And it was almost like Inga knew as well. He's like, I'm going to get blocked here. It's Davison.
We definitely took a weak approach to the rim. Needed to possibly play a 2 feet. Great job on Jordan Hunt extending the catch here. The catch.
Hunt banging bodies with Timmins, who lays it off to Boone, and then Timmins with a putback with authority. He enjoyed that one, the big boy. Davison back in that spot again, and another.
He's on fire.
That's 5.
Walk-in threes. I think they better adjust soon.
He now is their leading scorer with 17. Timmins, though, with 20 is the game's leading scorer. Make it 23. Sam Timmins, as he pumps his chest, trying to get his team going. Pepper for 3.
It's a shootout.
It's raining threes here at TSB.
He's got next. Just single coverage again.
Timmins working on Hans. Doesn't get it to drop. Davison with the board. Got the shot he wanted, though. Davison back out to Pepper. Deep three. Rims out. Hunt almost got the rebound off Hunt. For Sharks ball on half court. As Aliyah checks back in. Hunt takes a seat.
We're just sort of waiting for one of these teams to get on a little bit more of a run. Both just exchanging baskets right now.
Asprey. Fade away is no good. And Akesh Aliyah does good, well on the box out on Timmins. Aliyah thinks about the three and will take it the second time of asking. Another three for Akesh Aliyah.
Poised, patient, always got a smile on his face.
There's been a lot of threes in this period from both sides. The Saints are now opening up an 11-point advantage. Ten of 19 now from beyond the arc. I'll make that now 11 of 20. Wow. The Saints, and what were they at half-time? They were 7 of 14. So 4 of 6.
Yeah, definitely coming out, shooting the ball well. And if they can do that and limit their turnovers, they'll become a very difficult team to beat. And on the other end, they've got to deal with Sam.
Yeah, absolutely. A reminder that To'ihi's schedule is out for 2026. Scan the QR code for all the details. All starting Friday, September the 25th, with the defending champion Phi playing host to Kahu. A reminder, all of that action will be here on Sky Sport. Sharks, of course, playing for top spot in the league tonight. Win, and they get top spot. Lose, and they open the door to both the Tuatara and the Rams tomorrow to move above them. And Cruelly would drop to third if they lose. And both of those sides win. Inga for three, wide open. Not his night so far from beyond the arc. Pepper.
Sam Gold ran into Sam Timmins there.
Goes behind the back, a finish. Doesn't drop, waved away.
It's a late foul call. I think the foul call itself, the foul on Sam would be more of a problem.
It's just his first, Timmins. Great job he's done so far, keeping out of any foul trouble. As I mentioned before, no Shark has more than two. Asprey, Webster, Cooper and Boone with two apiece. And just Harrison foul trouble for the Saints. He has three. Pepper, and rather quietly by his standards, has 17 points. League's leading scorer, 29 a game.
He's proven he can score in big bunches. So.
Only took 4 shots from the field in the first half, which is very low by his standards. Had 4 assists, also scored a couple, 4 points from the free throw line in the first half. Timmins, well away from the basket, hand off to Jones. Has that bigger Davison on him. Finds some separation, then tried the return pass to Timmins, but kicked away by Aliyah. Ball all the way down the other end, and Jones having to fetch it himself. Some perspiration on the floor, so brief halt of play. some space. Davis allowed Davison to come back at him. Felt like he had the opening to get the shot up the first time, but waited for Davison. Maybe he wasn't where he was. You see a replay of it here. He'd beaten Davison momentarily, only momentarily. Had to get that shot away quick. Didn't.
A good look at Davison's second jump. I think what makes him extremely difficult for offensive players to get timing on is his second jump is so fast.
Ingram going to work on Boone. Cross court to Alaire for three. Open again, and Alaire. It's money. Alaire has 22.
Yeah, that was just a straight walk into. He didn't even hesitate.
Inger down the other end to respond, and does. This time, Braden Inger. Oh. Pepper somehow keeps hold of possession. Another open three for Alaire. Not this time.
Oh,
Davison with the touch rebound straight to Ingram, who now has the chance for the and one as well.
That's an unbelievable play from Colin Davidson. He knew the whole time. I'm hoping they get the replay on that, but the whole time in the air, saw what was happening.
The awareness to straight away know I can just tip this straight to Ingram, and he's got an open layup. Wonderfully done. And Ingram now to convert the three-point play. Can't convert. Timmins with the board. It's a 15-point ball game now. Saints, their biggest lead of the contest. Wow. Slightly wild three from Jones. He's been quiet since the first quarter.
Yeah, Coach Ian shaking his head the whole time. Probably
Davison, Alaire. He's got space to shoot the three. Rebound, Davison out to Pepper for three this time, and it drops. 18-point advantage now. It's all going to Wellington Saints. Arthur Pilcher's in the game. He's on Jones.
Yeah, Southland need to stop the bleeding here. Should go back inside.
Yeah, that's what was working for them. Cooper for three in the corner. Did he get it out of way in time? He did. And then a foul on Timmins, and will now go to the free throw line to shoot a couple, as he was fouled as he trying to put it back. So the shot was off in time from Cooper in the corner. Timmins leading all scorers, 23 points. Next best for the Sharks is Boone with 15. Then it goes down to Jones with 9. All of those came in the first quarter. He had 3 threes in quick succession. While for the Saints, Alaire continues to lead the way. He has 22. Pepper with 20. Just always scores, Elijah Pepper. And Davison, 17. And he's only 2 off his season high.
Yeah, Elijah Pepper's a scorer. He can hurt you in multiple different ways. And I really like the way that Coach Aaron Young has used him off the ball, bringing the ball up.
Ingram for three. In and out.
Nice
Rebound, Pilcher. And a putback from Arthur Pilcher.
The Saints are just overwhelming Southland on the glass right now. Because they're a jamming team, a tagging team, they'll move forward, but Southland needs to do a better job of
Asprey does well to beat his man, but can't finish at the basket. Pepper quickly down the other end, working on Asprey. But then pass well cut out by Boone, and now Webster with a chance for the open layup and finishes. Some of the Rapid League players getting some good minutes for both sides. Saints had a big win in Rapid League earlier this afternoon to round out their 2026 season. Quake Webster was the leading scorer for the Sharks, as he usually is in Rapid League action. And Pilcher got a few baskets as well for the Saints earlier this afternoon, as he's checking back out of the game after a good little impact from Arthur Pilcher. Gets a nice round of applause as well from the knowledgeable crowd here at TSB Arena.
Yeah, Arthur coming in and doing his job.
3 for Pepper. How many threes is that now in this period? They have blown this game wide open. 33 for the quarter already. Webster for 3 down the other end. It drops. Quake Webster. Good response from the Sharks. Davison finding Hunt. Back out to Pepper, who elevates for 3. That was a heat check, because Asprey was right in his grill.
It was online.
Didn't drop. Saints are back with it. Doing a great job on the O boards. Now Allaire with a lovely little finger roll. Second chance points are killing the Sharks right now.
Yeah, I think the Saints are recognizing that Sam likes to jump.
Boone stepping into a 3, doesn't drop. Pepper eventually chases down the board. Ingram now with it. Asprey's going to be called on the foul. Basket doesn't count. Foul called on Asprey in the penalty, so Ingram will shoot free throws.
Kind of a nice contrast there between Coach Aaron Young and Coach Ian. One's saying settle down, and Coach Aaron's push, push, push. Yeah, wanting them to execute within the style and the frameworks that they've built over the season, their habits that they've built over the season.
Yeah, very much got different styles, these two teams, and that's what usually makes matchups, what makes this matchup between these two sides so good.
Always a good chess match.
So 20-point lead now for the Saints. Asprey for 3. Feel like they've fallen in love with the 3 as they've had this deficit has got bigger. Now only a couple of second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pepper wanted to close down these seconds here for the last shot of the third period. Ingram for 3. It's good. Another 3 for the Saints. Full court shot from Asprey. It's not far off the money, but a 23-point lead. A 40-point quarter from the Saints against the top of the table Sharks. That was impressive as we see a last little replay of that Ingram 3 to ice it for the quarter. At three-quarter time, it's the Saints by 23, 95-72.
Close. Give it up, people, ladies and gentlemen. And from our polls, give it up for Holly Commons. Just a little low. Give it up for Holly and them, ladies and gentlemen. Take 2. Take 2. Wow, nobody this season making the half-court shot. Thought our post player would be closer than that. I want to see Dane Colster. Surely. Big thanks to Club Active for sponsoring the McGilla Thriller throughout the season. The half-court shot surely will be going on next season.
Do that one dance, man. That one dance. Yeah. Oh, you don't know how to do that? Baby, do it for me, grandma. Come on, I'm old and I'm trying to learn. Well, yeah, do it.
Three-quarter time here at TSB Arena. The Saints blowing the game wide open. 95-72 over the top of the table Sharks.
15 for 28 from the three-point line, shooting the 53% for the game. This is
back
impressive.
underway, final quarter. 8 threes in that quarter, 8 from 14 from beyond the arc in the third period. And that's hard to contain.
Yeah, like I said, if the Saints are shooting the ball anywhere near 35%, they're in good space to make it very difficult for any team in the league to be able to hold them.
Well, there's just so many threats, right? Everyone pretty much can shoot the three. Harris sat for large periods of that third quarter. He doesn't really shoot the three, but had Hunt on, who does, in his place. So many threats. Inga, he has the first three of this quarter for the Sharks. Makes it a 20-point game.
Saints sitting at 22 assists for the game as well, which is why they're leading the league in assists.
Pepper, pull up Jay. It's good. He's automatic from there. Just in front of the free throw line. And hands in on hips from Coach Yim. Asprey.
Great
outside to Jones. Another three. They're trying to give themselves some hope. They're doing well offensively, but they need some stops. Quick 8 points for the Sharks in the first minute, 19 seconds of this final quarter. But they need some stops to follow on from that. The timeout is called early in the period, as Aaron Young wants to talk over things.
Yeah, take a bit of the momentum away from Southland as well.
Just a reminder, you can vote for your Sal's NBL MVP for 2026. Scan the QR code, get voting on who you think is your most valuable player of the 2026 Sal's NBL season. A few contenders on the floor this afternoon. The top of the table, Sharks, and the reigning champion Saints. Both sides who we're going to be seeing in the finals. And the way it's looking, could very well be these two sides finish third and fourth, because unless the Sharks pull off one big comeback here, it's opening the door for both the Tuatara and the Rams to jump above them into those top two spots and get the week off. And these two sides will be hosting elimination finals. But still 8 minutes, 40 seconds remaining.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time, that's for sure.
All right, good. There you go.
Ingram.
I keep thinking better of it.
Pepper, in and out. Keshalier thought he could tip the rebound, not quite. Goes in the hands of the Sharks and Boone. Inga trying to find his way to Asprey. Eventually finds his way there. Asprey, Timmins, Jones. Outside to Boone for three from the corner. It's short. Chases down his own rebound. Back out to Asprey. Now inside to Timmins. He's got the smaller Davison on him. Banging bodies. Great work, though, by Davison.
Nice.
And he clutches his ankle again, I think, after that one. But he seems to be all right.
Yeah, they remain with their single coverage.
Hiram Harris for three, left wide open. Doesn't drop. Rebound Timmins.
It's a good shot for Hiram. He needs to shoot those. He's a capable shooter.
Timmins banging bodies with a leer. Just too big, too strong. Sharks wanted a flop call on a leer.
Yeah, Saints might have to make that adjustment. I mean, this is, I was kind of alluding to this earlier around. Oh, nice.
Davison, the finish. He now equals his season high, 19 points to Carlin Davison.
Whether Coach Aaron Young wants to send a double team, which will then almost show the hand that the Saints would have if they were to see Southland in the playoff run.
Jones, fade away, is short. Rebound Ingram, who's going coast to coast and finishes. Dante Ingram.
Oh,
Asprey blows by Alia, but Alia did foul him before he got by him. I thought it was a bit too easy. Second foul on Akesh Alia. Still just Hiram Harris in foul trouble for the Saints. He has 3. Asprey has 3 for the Sharks. Otherwise, they've got a handful of players on 2 fouls. Timmins inside. Too quick for Hunt. And finishes. He now has 29.
Nice pass
Sam
by
Timmins.
Asprey. Nice pass by Asprey. So we're recognizing that so early.
Oh, Hunt gets his pocket picked by Jones. Back down the other end. Pepper returns a favour.
Box out, box out,
But
box
coming off Pepper and out of bounds, so it will remain Sharks' position. The inbounds play underneath the Saints basket. Finding Inga, back to Jones. Asprey. Foul called off the ball, I think.
Young Jordan Hunt. Just a little bit too physical with Sam. I mean, you have to be.
That's his second foul for Jordan Hunt. Inga. Inside to Timmins. Finds Jones eventually. Boone. Timmins. The hook shot. It's good. He now has 31. That's a season high. Sam Timmins carrying the Sharks on his back.
Saints can live with that. They need a defensive position.
Steal from Jones, and he somehow keeps possession. Asprey for 3, doesn't drop. Tip rebound to Boone. Boone for 3 is good. Timeout called by Aaron Young and the Saints as the Sharks have gone on a little run.
A little messy from the Saints there. Just allowing the Sharks to get second positions. And obviously those second positions with the end of the chain being a three-point shot.
23-point game at three-quarter time. Now it's 14 points. So great run from the Sharks. And there's still plenty of time remaining in this ball game. So very good job by the Sharks side. Of course, they will be desperate to get top spot. And all the benefits that offers, they will not want to give the Tuatara and the Rams a chance, a sniff of top spot. But they need a win here to secure it and avoid playing an elimination final. Otherwise, they open the door to those two sides to jump above them.
Yeah, the Southland Sharks timeout there, each player very locked in, very ready to go. Obviously means a lot to them.
Yeah, seeing that desperation in this final quarter, that's for sure.
Yeah, this particular stretch of action is going to be critical. Can they get it to under 10 with 4 to go?
And it'll be interesting if the Saints play a bit slower now. Use that clock. It's their friend.
I don't think it's in their makeup.
Ingram, Davison, Pepper for 3. It's good. There's your answer.
Yeah.
It's not in their makeup. But they got the basket they wanted. Down the other end. Quickly from Jones. Can't convert. Good defense, Saints. Now Davison is running. Alia to Hunt, who was met by Boone as he was trying to throw it down. Now have to earn them from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Jordan Hunt.
Yeah, again, out in transition. Everyone running. And not enough numbers for Southland back.
As Davison takes a seat. Looks like he maybe was grimacing a bit again, or
he seems to be holding his calves.
Yeah,
maybe cramping a little bit. He's definitely not wanting to come off the floor. But I've observed the relationship that he has with Coach Young, and I very much enjoy their combative approach. They're competitors, but there's a lot of respect there. So
Asprey gets it off Jones and is fouled before the basket.
Reset 2. Reset 2.
So over halfway through this.
Reset.
Over halfway through this final period now.
Switch.
Sharks trailing by 18. Desperate to continue this comeback as they start in the first half of this period. Asprey penetrating, can't finish, but is fouled and will go to the free throw line, shoot a couple of baskets. Been very aggressive, Asprey, in the last few moments, really attacking the basket.
And the Saints have done a really good job previous to that drive of keeping him and Asprey and Jones out of the lane.
Hunt now has 4 fouls, so he checks out. The short seat for Davison. He's back in.
Up. 1.
Davison with the ball handling responsibilities. Brings the ball over half court. Harris. Ingram. Back with Davison. Running point. Now Allaire. Back with Davison. Bounce pass to Harris, who has his pocket picked again. Active hands from Jones, who's right up there behind Pepper and steals.
Southland running out of time.
Yeah, less than 4 minutes remaining now. Need quick baskets and stops. Inger's 3 is short. Rebound Harris. Pepper this time bringing the ball over half court. Working on Boone. Great recovery from Boone in the block to deny Pepper.
Great timing.
Jones run off the three-point line. Wow. Timmins, the messy little flip shot. Just, I think, lost the handle as he elevated.
Yeah, just a little bit too far away from him.
Again, in the passing lane is Jones. There's 3 or 4 in this quarter alone. Asprey not on the same page there, throws it away. Now Pepper working on Asprey, who fouls Pepper. Hard foul. And Asprey quick to apologise. No intent there. Just trying to deny Pepper the chance to get to the basket. There's a 4th on Asprey as a timeout is called. 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. It was a hard foul, but it's definitely going for the ball.
Oh, the 4 or 5 positions were pretty chaotic, lots of turnovers. But that suits Saints, especially with the scoreline the way that it is. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Yen throws in the towel at some stage to protect some of his starting group. That doesn't seem to be the case, but
I think they'll, as soon as they've, until they don't think it's possible, they'll keep trying. But yeah, there might be an element of trying to save players for a potential elimination game. Of course, they don't know what happens tomorrow. But if the Tuatara and the Rams win the last 2 games of the regular season, which they'll be favourites for, then the Sharks, as it currently stands, will drop to 3rd. Unless they can pull off a comeback from the ages in the last 3 minutes 10 here to erase this 16-point deficit as it currently stands. Just reset the shot clock to 20 seconds. That was that brief delay. Back on the way. 3 minutes and change in the final period. Yim thought there was a big travel.
well, I think they're a little bit frustrated with the screen. I believe it was Hiram.
Right.
Yeah. Asbury kind of caught the hip of Hiram, and oh no, I don't think there was that much contact, but Asbury may have thought otherwise.
The end result is Pepper is at the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Well, that's because
shoots the technical.
Yeah, the tee.
Yeah. And the Saints with possession. He has average for the season now, Elijah Pepper, 29.
Wow.
Aaliyah, lovely work. Yeah. So athletic and tricky for a guy of his size.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about Sam being, Aaliyah having to deal with Sam on the block. Well, Sam Timmons has to deal with Aaliyah on the outside and there.
Yeah, there's not too many bigs that come at Sam Timmons with those kind of moves.
Yes. And with the ability to shoot too. You see Sam has to crawl in a little bit more.
Ingram can't finish, but the putback from Harris. And then the goaltending. So the Saints extending their advantage here now. Sharks haven't thrown in the towel yet, though. The starters are still on the floor.
The bench group has just made their way to in front of us. So
that's about to change. So all the starters are out now. So the time has come. Coach Yim realizes this one is done. And now they anxiously await tomorrow's results, and they become very closely invested in the games for the Rams and the Tuatara tomorrow.
Coach Aaron Young just making sure that his group is going to play the right way for these last 2 minutes. He's left a couple of starters on, but oh, good steal. Almost, young man.
Tuatara are playing host to the Taranaki Airs at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Then the Rams are playing host to the Franklin Bulls. So two sides who are out of playoff contention against sides that are chasing a top 2 finish. You'd certainly favour both the Tuatara and the Rams to get the job done, especially on their home floor. But stranger things have happened. The Sharks certainly going to become fans of the Airs and the Bulls tomorrow, hoping one of them can do them a favour and they can stay in the top 2. Big thanks to BNZ. Because of their more than 6,500 fans from school, sport and community groups have made it to Sal's NBL games throughout the 2026 regular season through BNZ's Tickets to the Big Game. Fantastic program. So many groups have benefited. Big thank you once again to BNZ. And the BNZ player timeout was called. Ingram. Hunt for 3. It's good.
Yeah, good execution there from the Saints. Yeah, Hiram giving up a foul there.
Stopping Harris, trying to get him in the backcourt. And he ends his night with his 4th foul. As some of the Rapid League squad check in. 5 Rapid League players on the floor for the Sharks. 3 on the floor now for the Saints. Pilcher, Gold and Robertson. Oh, for the Sharks, Webster, Wynyard, Lee, Burtons, Shaw, and Snow. Snow with a good, strong rebound. Tried to find his teammate, unable to do so. Backcourt violation. Now the bench is cleared as Mercury Nonu and Hassan Munir into the game. Gold. Nonu. Robertson. Gold can't get the tip into drop. Wynyard with the board. Lee backing the ball up the floor. Pressured by Robertson. Handoff to Snow. His pass is picked off by Pilcher. Who for a moment convinced Troy McLean that he was going to throw it down, but then just went with a nice little finger roll.
Yeah, I thought he was going to turn that wrist the other way around. I think it's just a bit cold coming off that bench.
Burton Shaw. Snow. Yeah, we have to work out our MVP, Troy McLean, as well.
I like Elijah Pepper.
29 points. The lead, the Saints in scoring. 26 to Akesha Lear as well. 31 to Timmins, lead all scorers tonight. Valiant effort from the Sharks captain. Didn't get enough support though, and they just weren't able to stop this offensive onslaught.
Yeah, maybe you've changed my mind. Akich is, especially with the coverage that he has, the person he has to guard. Yeah, what a fantastic job he's done.
So Alia, our MVP this afternoon. Big game from him, 26 points, equaling his, just off his season high, of 28 points. 16 points came in the second quarter, and that's really got the Saints going this afternoon as well. They trailed early in this contest. Well, they took a 6-point advantage into the halftime break, and then they exploded in the third quarter, if you joined us late, to lead by 23 at three-quarter time. The Sharks threatened to come back, but the Saints keeping them at bay. And now the Rapid League squad are having some fun as Pilcher has another basket after a good dish from Mercury Nonu. And the crowd in full voice here at TSB Arena, appreciating their Wellington Saints, who are rounding out their home season in style. They will have an elimination final to come during the week, as Munir told to slow it down by Coach Young. And that will do us here at TSB Arena. A big win for the Wellington Saints. They close their season in style, 119-94 in the grand final rematch. Get some revenge themselves after the defeat to the Southland Sharks in Invercargill in round 7 back in May, and they could potentially deny the Sharks top spot, opening the door now for the Auckland Tuatara and the Canterbury Rams to both jump above the Sharks. The Saints, though, giving themselves a chance of potentially jumping into third. They're very much entrenched in that top 4 themselves, are the reigning champions. 29 points to Pepper, 26 to Alia, 19 to Davison, 16 to Ingram, 10 to Harris, 5 players in double digits. While for the valiant Southland Sharks, Timmins with 31, 20 to Boone, 12 to Jones, 11 to Inga. They are their players in double digits as they get the job done. Do the Wellington Saints in a big way. A lot of the work done in that third quarter as Troy McLean is making his way to Akesha Lear, our MVP this evening. As we now have Troy McLean with Akesha Lear, and we're ready to go with Troy McLean.
Hey man, big third quarter from the group. Shot the ball really well. You're 40% from the three-point line. Is this something you work on?
Yeah, I mean, I shoot every day. It's good to see it go in. Just shooting with confidence and getting the results, you know?
Yeah, nice. And then dealing with Sam on the other end defensively. Single coverage too for the rest of the game. Congratulations, man. That was a good job.
I mean, he had 31. Yeah, we threw a few coverages at him, but he had a hell of a game. Props to the big fella.
Yeah, nice. You seem to just be taking your time with things at times and not really trying to exert yourself, but I thought tonight, really good job of, especially in the third quarter, doing that. So hope to see more of that in the playoffs.
Of course. Anything to win. Anything to win.
Congratulations. Good luck for the rest.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Akesha Lear there, our MVP of the game. 26 points for him. Super efficient as well. 11 of 17 shooting. 4 of 7 from beyond the arc. As Troy mentioned there, a 43% three-point shooter for the season. So just continuing that on, but a great clip. 16 of his 26 points coming in the second quarter as the Saints really got going before they exploded in the third period. That was a massive quarter from them. They scored 40 points in the third quarter to really take charge of the game. And Troy McLean, that was really where this game was won today.
Yeah, they broke it open with that three-point barrage coming from multiple people, and also their pace. They did a really good job of just pushing the tempo.
Yeah, one of those other players being Elijah Pepper. He finished with 4 of 7 from beyond the arc, as well as Akesha Lear. A very close run thing for our MVP. He had 29 points, as we will see here with the stats. So Timmins leading all scorers with 31. Pepper with 29, Lear 26, has just been mentioning. Boone 20, Davison 19. That's an equal season high. Ingram 16 and Harris with 10. So 5 players in double digits, and that's where the Saints, when the Saints have 5 or 6 players in double digits, they win their games.
And if Kylan can shoot the way that he shot tonight, they're very problematic to guard.
Yeah, Inga and Jones with double-digit scoring as well for the Sharks, but in the end, really not enough support for Timmins, who was supreme inside. He also had 11 rebounds, did the big fella. Davison leading the way in that category for the Saints with 9. Harris and Pepper with 7 apiece, and Boone also had 8 for the Southland Sharks, so a big game for him as well. As we roll over to assists, Davison with 10. So near triple-double again from Carlin Davison, as he threatens pretty much every game. So 10 assists for him. Asprey leading the way in that category. He had 11. Pepper with 5 and Jones with 4. So Ingram with 4 too. Blocks, Davison with a couple, does it all. Timmins with 1, and they had 5 players who got a block. 4 players who at least got 1 block for the Wellington Saints. 3 steals, Akesha Lear. I think all of those came in the first half as well. Jones, I think all his steals maybe came in the final period. Had a number of steals in the last 10 minutes. He had 4 to be the game-high leading scorer. But that concludes our coverage here from TSB Arena in Wellington, as we just see the final fixtures to come tomorrow, which will go a long way to deciding what happens in our final schedule. So the big game tonight, of course, is the Giants and the Phi. If the Phi win, they're in. They get 6th spot. If they lose, the Jets claim 6th spot, the 6th and final spot. Then it's all about tomorrow, the Tuatara and the Airs. If the Tuatara win, they will get top spot. If the Rams then beat the Bulls, they will get 2nd spot. If the Tuatara lose, the Rams could get 1st spot. So a lot to play for tomorrow, and a remaining game tonight as well. Then it's the elimination finals from Wednesday. They start Wednesday and Thursday. We'll have elimination finals before semi-finals next weekend. But that concludes our coverage here from TSB Arena. A big thank you to Troy McLean for all his expert comments, our director Sam, our camera operators Jess, Chris and Dimitri. I'm Brenton Vanessa wishing you all a good evening. We'll see you in a few days back here at TSB.
Thanks, man.